Hi guys, so I am back with another video on the My Playful Mess journaling challenge. If you have seen my previous video, then you may already be kind of familiar with this. If you're not, I'll just explain really briefly. This is a Facebook group and it is called My Playful Mess, so you can search for it and I'll leave a link down below. It is run by Lay. She owns Mummy Lay. However, it's not like exactly tied to her company, so you don't have to be a subscriber to the Little Bits box and you don't have to buy like all of her stuff to do it. This is just for if you want journaling prompts. So and especially if like you like her aesthetic, because some of her artwork, like she'll share hers, and well, I'll show as we get further into it. So yeah, this is like, I have some pages that are unfinished, and then like I need to go back and finish filling this one in, and then the next one, and I haven't even done the other two. So I'm not going in order. I think trying to go in order was what my downfall was the last time around. I did try to do this last year and it did not pan out. So yesterday I kind of just spent some time putting the name of the prompt at the top of each page. Sorry if you can hear my kid, he's being noisy in the other room. Like this one's done. Some of them are kind of in progress. I tried to keep each page interesting, not just like, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You could do all sketching, all photos, you could do all paintings, that sort of thing. I like to do a mix, and like this one is actually the original book cover, and I printed this out onto glossy sticker paper, so it has that like paper book type look and feel. So I thought that was fun. And yes, I do have a lot of plaid or tartan washi. And then like this is removable matte sticker paper. I'm totally in love with it. I love the way it looks, and I actually went out of my way to look for like pastel photos, and I left some room so that I could do like some sketching around it. So yeah, I do, and I'll show you as we get further into it. Yeah, I didn't finish this. Like I printed these all out at the same time, so let's see. Yeah, this is clip art that I bought. This is a photo I took like a year or two ago. And yeah, so a stamp. And I'm actually terrified of dragonflies, so I didn't know what to do here. And I ultimately decided, like, it's popular for jewelry, so I found a picture of a brooch. Yes, I was very afraid of being startled, so I didn't want anything like lifelike or anything like that in here, because when I was little, I was actually attacked by a swarm of them. Long story short, people think they can't bite. Some of them can't bite, but there are plenty that can, and it's really painful. It's like this horrible stinging sensation, and I was attacked by like a swarm of them. And I remember my camp counselors were like hitting me with shoes and rolled up magazines and stuff, and they like would not stop biting. So yes, I am terrified of them now. This is not finished, so yes, I didn't want anything real or that looked too real in here. Then okay, so like this is Lay's artwork. This is a photo of her Hobonichi with the prompts in there, and she did this again for April. I asked for permission to use this and she said no problem. So I printed out the photo, and I actually cut around the picture of the planner, and then this month for April I did it differently. And these are mild liners, and I've used the Copic, where is it? It's like right here. Sorry. I used this pen, and I sketched a lot of these things out with pencil first. However, it doesn't seem to matter how long you let this ink sit. you can erase it, not completely, but like partially, and I don't love that. So like it kind of got messed up when I went back over it in a few spots. So yes, something to keep in mind. And ink doesn't dry very quickly on this paper. It takes a good long while. It's almost kind of like plasticky. It's weird. A lot of people really love watercoloring on this because it won't seep through the paper, but there are some drawbacks to that. So, okay. Favorite drink, cold brew. And I can't remember. I have it written down. I need to find it so I can put in here what this is. That was my first phone. And then I did this month a little bit different. So if you see, what I did was I did this in Silhouette, and I kind of just went around it and cut out digitally just the page because I feel like it looked a lot better. That way, just to stick in here, and it made everything bigger because I was able to enlarge it a little bit more and still have it fit on the page because I wasn't having to account for like the cover that her Hobonichi is in. And I'm sorry if like my Instagram things are flashing by. That was my mistake for posting a photo right before I filmed. A goofy little kawaii drawing. Okay, I don't know why, but I find this cat hilarious right now. She's actually very similar in appearance to a cat I had for a very, very long time and I still miss. She had prettier blue eyes though. Okay, now I'm going to show you part of why I do what I do. This bled through horribly, and yes, it's so frustrating to have that little bit messed up when everything else is so perfect. This bled through horribly. It's an alcohol-based marker. So what I did was I took scraps of the sticker paper, because if you use like correction tape or something like that, it's not really exactly bonded to the page, so it's removable in its own right, and sometimes it can make it so washi tape and stickers don't lay down. So I just took the sticker paper, stuck that down, and then stuck this over, and it was enough to cover it. That bled through so badly that I needed a barrier, otherwise you were going to be able to see it through the photo. So that's part of why I do this, and then there will probably be a few of these where I use like different paper, like watercolor paper and stuff like that, and glue that down, because even if the pen doesn't bleed through, and this is the Copic marker, there's shadowing, pretty intense shadowing on some of them. So, and this is actually just mild liner, and you see what that's like. So it's very thin paper. It's very pretty, nice paper, but it's very thin. Okay, and even see this, like this is the, yeah. So I purposely sought out pastel photos because I'm just like wanting to see that right now. And this is mild liner. I tried to mirror the sprinkles. Same thing, mild liner. And this was supposed to be pie, and I searched, but I couldn't, I looked for ideas for pies to draw, couldn't find anything. I looked for pictures of pies to print, couldn't find anything. And I finally settled on this just because I felt like with the shape it worked. It's technically a cheesecake, but if you've ever had those like frosting covered animal crackers, they are like a gift from heaven, and I wish so badly I could still eat them. Not that I was ever technically able to eat them. I would get violently ill and continue to eat them. But yes, I miss them. So those are in like my bucket list. If they ever make a cure for celiac disease, I want those. I want a bloomin' onion. I want a donut, like a real donut. So yeah, I figured, you know what, let's put that in here. And the same with this. Like, I mean, come on. Those look so good, right? 1 ton in a million washi tape. And I think that was like the last page I did. No, one last like lettering. Yeah. So this is kind of all I have right now. And for the record, like when it comes to my images, when I do print off images, technically, unless it's explicitly stated otherwise, you can take an image for a one-time use or like for educational purposes. But if I can get permission, I always do. If it's something like an advertisement, I have like no qualms about it, because someone paid millions of dollars to spread that image far and wide, to create it and like spread it. So I kind of have fewer qualms about that. And then like this, the person who created this cake, they were the ones who pinned it themselves. They put it on Pinterest, and then they had like the things saying please pin it, and the little buttons, like the photo lights up so you can pin it. So I have fewer qualms about like using those things, but when I can get permission, I do try to get permission. I don't like to just like steal images, even if it's like for a personal use project like this. But no, I would never like take images and like reproduce them wildly or things like that. So just in case anyone was wondering, like a lot of these, like they're recipes that the people who created them, they themselves shared. So yes. All right. That's all for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did and you want to see more of this as it progresses, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and any questions, comments, that sort of thing, please leave them down below. I love hearing from all of you. All right. Bye, guys.